Today on our 2014 Chevrolet Equinox, we're going to do a test fit on the Kuat Trio. This is a roof-mounted fork clamp style bike rack. And the black and chrome that I have here today, the part number is TR02. We also have this in a nice looking gunmetal gray and orange. That part number is RU01. Now we've already got the Rhino Rack Vortec Aero roof rack system installed. So we're going to begin our test fit by just placing our rack right up here on the roof line of the vehicle. As you can see, I've got my clamp moved here in the back and my rear wheel strap, so it makes it a little bit back heavy. Once you move that forward, it'll take care of that. We'll now take our black rubber coated metal U-bolt. This will go around the underside of our load bar, fit it up into the head of the carrier, and then we're going to thread on 2 cylinder nuts. Now, one side of the cylinder nut has a hex head, the other side is threaded. Be sure to put that threaded portion down. We've got the one on the front started. I'll take our second one, get it started on the rear half of our U-bolt. Now I'm just going to run these in, just a few threads to be sure that we don't have them cross-threaded or anything like that. And then we'll take our second one, and we're going to repeat that same process. Bring it around the underside. Oh, there we go, up through the head. And then that hex head is facing upward. All right, now we got them all 4 started. So we'll take our provided tool and we're just gonna start tightening them down. Now this tool is of a unique size, so this is gonna help us with security. So if somebody sees, oh, that's a nice bike rack on the car, I'll just get out my set of Allen tools in my toolbox and try to take it. Well, they're not going to be able to because this is unique to the Trio in its size, and a standard one won't fit it. With the 4 cylinder nuts on the front here, it's really easy to get a good, tight, secure fit, but it does require a little bit more time. Not a drastic amount, just a few more seconds, but it does require a little bit more time. So if you really like to take them on and off and on and off and on and off your car all the time, you might want to consider one with a little less work to do up here on the front. But again, it's a great bike rack. It's not like it takes an hour to get it on your car. The skewer lever on the side closest to me here is making contact with the side rail, if you can see that there. That's not going to allow it to close fully. I'm just going to move this rack over just a little bit to give us the room we need for that lever to work. It's going to be important, especially if you want your bike to stay on the rack. If you're not so worried about it getting to where you're going, then it's not a big deal, but I think most of you probably will be a little more concerned about that. Then I'm just repeating what I did before, just tightening down the 4 cylinder nuts here. All right, perfect. As you can see, got a nice secure hold on the front. Now let's move to the rear. See our clamp here, it consists of 2 bolts, carriage bolt styles that stick down. We've got 2 wing nuts, and we've got the lower portion of our clamp, you can see there. Nice metal plate, it's rubber coated, so we won't have to worry about it making any marks on our bars or anything. We're going to loosen both of our wing nuts up, and I'm going to remove one completely. I always remove the one that's closest to our bar, whether we're up here or it's back here. Then we can just bring that front carriage bolt around to the front side. Now bring our rear carriage bolt up to the back side of our bar. Then we're going to fit the lower portion of the clamp back up onto the bolt. And bring our wing nut back into play. Thread that up on there. Now I'm just going to run it down until I get the slack out of it. I'll do that on both sides. Got it positioned evenly. So now we'll just tighten both the wing nuts down to get a good secure hold here in the rear. As you can see, ready to load up our bike. So we'll undo our rear wheel strap here and make sure that our front skewer is open and that it's going to accept the forks of our bike. We'll then grab our bike, place it right up onto our rack. We guide the front forks down onto the front skewer. Oh goodness. There we go. Once we have that in place, we'll push down our cam lever here. Now it's still a little bit loose, so I'll tighten up the nut that's located there on the inside. That's a little bit tight. Once we have that in the right spot, we'll feel our lever click close down there. As you can see, really holds the front of the bike nicely. Come here to our rear wheel. We're going to position our clamp just underneath the center of our tire, and we'll pull down firmly to secure it. Just like that, we're ready to head down the road. Now, it looks like here at our rear hatch, we'll have some clearance issues when opening it. As you can see, we can open our door about this far, but then it wants to make contact with the bike rack. We'd still be able to get in there and get some stuff out, but if you want full access, it's an easy solution. We'll bring the head of our carrier, mount it to our rear crossbar, and our rear clamp would go around our front crossbar, and we'd be safe to go down the road and operate our rack in that fashion. Now that we've been able to take a look at the Kuat Trio and how it's going to work on our 2014 Chevrolet Equinox, let's see how that very same rack performed when they had it out on the test course. Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action. This simulates turning corners or evasively maneuvering. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or a pothole or driving over uneven pavement. Once we get to the full speed bumps, we'll see the up and down action. This will be just like driving in and out of a parking lot, parking garage, or driveway.